sorry, Tony.
You know I wouldn't do this if I had any other choice. But he's my friend. So was I.
On today's episode, a lot of big superhero news and rumors hit the internet this week. We'll examine a few of them. Also, in the Walking Dead mid-season finale, we got our first tease about the show's newest and deadliest villain.
Your property now belongs to Negan.
I heard about a third fight between you and Apollo, behind closed doors. That true?
How do you know all this?
I'm his son.
Mr. Frankenstein.
And I catch a double feature at the movies this week. I'll give you my reviews on both. All this and much more on this episode of E-Money's Reviews.
Cannot argue with that.
Welcome to E-Money's Reviews on my new home at VilleTV Network. Well, the internet was buzzing with rumors and trailers this week, especially in the realm of superheroes. We'll get to that in a minute, but first, let's recap that Walking Dead mid-season finale. Well, it was a tense closer as we saw Rick leading a group of survivors, including son Carl, through a horde of the undead while covered in walker guts to camouflage themselves. Now, if you've read the comics, you know what's supposed to happen in this scene, but if you haven't, I won't spoil it for you, only to say that if they follow the comic story when they come back in February, it gets pretty gruesome. Now, this episode followed a lot of dumbasses that I just wanted to bitch slap the entire time. For one, Sam. Not that an intelligent person or even an intelligent child needs to be told this, but before they went out there, his mother should have looked him in the eye and said to him, "You need to shut the hell up or we are going to die." And his older brother Ron isn't much smarter either. I mean, I think Carl summed it up best when he said,
Your dad was an asshole.
So why are you trying to avenge him by endangering the rest of your family, letting the walkers into the garage? Although Carl not ratting him out to Rick and Jesse wasn't exactly a smart move either. And Morgan. Oh my god. I mean, at least Ron and Sam can claim to be stupid, immature kids. I mean, what's Morgan's excuse? So now, the only person who even slightly resembles a doctor in Alexandria is going to be killed because Morgan wouldn't let Carol kill a wolf who he himself told you should kill him. And if you stuck around for the 2-minute prologue for February during Into the Badlands, you see our first look at Negan's gang, the Saviors, telling Sasha, Daryl, and Abraham that all their stuff now belonged to Negan. You know, I hated the guy who was talking about Negan in that scene. I mean, I wanted Daryl to plow through their roadblock with the truck just then. I can only imagine how much I'm going to hate Negan himself when he finally shows up. Unfortunately, we all have to wait until February for that.
The Warehouse, located at 5800 Fern Valley Road. We have 12,000 square feet of space to cater to your wildest party requests. Our large dance floor features 2 cages with a stellar light show to match. Along with our DJ booth and state-of-the-art sound system, we can keep the party going all night. We also have 2 VIP areas to accommodate your rock star lifestyle. Want to feature a band or other musical act at your party? Then our amazing stage at the Warehouse will more than please you and your friends. Want to rent our space? Contact our office at 502-964-7040 or find us on Facebook. The Warehouse, Louisville.
When it comes to custom t-shirts, people believe they only have 3 options: fast, cheap, or good. But with Staub Screen Printing, you can have it all. We offer custom screen printing and embroidery with fast service and affordable rates. With 3 full-time artists on staff, we can take your idea from concept to completion with custom decoration on virtually all apparel for any occasion. So, whatever your print and embroidery needs may be, call Staub Screen Printing today.
Bluegrass Man, Louisville's oldest internet service provider and proud sponsor of VilleTV Network and all its affiliates. Been serving the community for over 20 years. Contact them today.
Okay, now moving on to all the big superhero news. The first thing to nearly break the internet last week was the first trailer to the Captain America Civil War movie. In this new film set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the government passes a law requiring all superpowered beings to register with the government. When Mr. Stars and Stripes Captain America refuses, the government calls in Tony Stark to bring him in. One of the biggest shots in the trailer was this image here, a motley crew of Avengers and the Winter Soldier, aka Bucky, charging into danger. Another big scene being talked about is when Cap and Bucky double-team Iron Man and bring him to his knees. And people noticed our first shots of T'Challa, aka Black Panther. This promises to be another exciting and heartbreaking chapter in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Another video to break this week was a short clip from the upcoming Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice. In this scene, Batman and two unknown prisoners are being held by what appears to be a Superman cult militia when the man himself shows up. Now, I can only hope that this scene is, at best, a nightmare of Bruce Wayne's and isn't actually happening, or at worst, Superman is being mind-controlled by someone. Because last I checked, Superman doesn't work with an army. Unless, of course, Zack Snyder is doing stupid stuff again, which I wouldn't put it past him. But although Batman and Superman are supposed to fight in this movie, the other half of the title is called Dawn of Justice. So you can't have their relationship get so far beyond repair that they can't form the Justice League of the next movie. I just hope the DC movie universe gets their act together like the Flash Arrow TV universe has. Speaking of which, the rumor mill was set abuzz last week concerning a Flash Supergirl crossover event, but the rumors may have been premature. Greg Berlanti, the head of Bo Show, says there are no current plans just yet. Rumors indicated last week that an episode of Supergirl that would feature Kara visiting Central City and meeting the cast of The Flash was a condition of Supergirl's full season order meant to increase ratings for both shows during May sweeps. But even though Supergirl did receive a full season order by CBS, when Berlanti was asked by reporters if a Flash Supergirl crossover was discussed, he said to them, "Only because we just received the pickup, but not at this point." Bummer. But the good news is you can catch the second chapter of the Flash Arrow crossover event, Heroes Join Forces, tonight on the CW. On to other entertainment news, a video has rumors swirling about Lord of the Rings director Peter Jackson directing an episode of Doctor Who.
Well, I mean, he says he thinks that your plan is that they all come here to New Zealand and he spent 6 months making an episode but he wants you to go to Cardiff and make it in 12 days.
Well, I mean, look, 6 months, sure, we can talk about that. I mean, 4 months, 5 months, I mean, that's, all that's just something you talk about, isn't it? But
yeah.
the whole idea of coming to New Zealand, have you seen Stephen Moffat recently? What was the last time we saw him? I mean, he was pale, he was stressed, I mean, he couldn't remember the name of his wife, kids. It's for health reasons.
Hello, I'm looking for a director.
Hello, director, yeah, by what name, sorry?
Director lives here.
Possibly, what?
Peter Jackson.
Sir Peter, is it Sir Peter? Sir Peter lives here.
I don't know if he's been ennobled. This is for him.
Who? Possibly. Who's it from?
It's from a Stephen Moffat.
All right, and and who are you exactly? Sorry, are you? Is this FedEx? Are you FedEx or UPS?
I'm the doctor.
Who?
Correct. He said you have to sign that right away, and I have to take it back.
Yes, very good. Thank you. Thank you. Listen, Katie, if he gets dangerous, I don't know who he is. Doctor Who fans are a little more intense than Tolkien fans. If he gets violent, you just race next door and call the cops, okay?
So, does this mean it's official, or is Peter Jackson just having some fun with us? Apparently, the BBC hasn't responded to these rumors yet. Alright, that does it for entertainment news. Well, this week I saw 2 movies in the theater, the first one being a continuation of the Rocky saga, but with a new hero to cheer for in Creed. In this film, the illegitimate son of the late heavyweight champion of the world, Apollo Creed, seeks out his old friend Rocky Balboa to help train him to become the next great fighter. A lot of great things happening in this film. I thought that Michael B. Jordan was well cast, and although it was hard to see Rocky getting so old, I still think that he made for a great mentor to the young fighter. In a lot of ways, this movie was like watching the first Rocky film all over again. You see this raw, unrefined brawler transform into a heavyweight contender under the tutelage of a great teacher. Creed is playing in theaters now, and I give it 3 popcorns out of 4. The other film I saw this week was the horror drama Victor Frankenstein. In this film, told from Igor's perspective, he recounts his time spent with his friend and mentor, Victor Frankenstein, during his rise to infamy. Now, a few problems I have with this film, one of them being Igor's transformation at the beginning of the film, from hunchback to almost completely normal, literally overnight. Another problem I had was a little too much talk, not enough action, as there are maybe 3 really good action scenes in the entire film. And finally, I know that the film is supposed to be more about Victor Frankenstein the man and less about the monster, but truth be told, I could have done with a little more monster. Victor Frankenstein is playing in theaters now, and I give it 2 popcorns out of 4. Alright, it's time for this week's Movie-ism, and this one is called, Which One Do I Shoot? And this conundrum usually comes up when it involves a clone or a shapeshifter of some kind, and both parties look alike, and you're not sure which one is the bad guy.
Anything? I know there's someone here. I just can't see him.
Come on, Scott. You never liked the guy anyways, and he has a healing factor. Just shoot them both.
Die! Please, God, die!
Hold it! Good girl, Tim. Shoot him!
Honey, don't listen to him, honey. He's not your father. Hear my voice. I'm your father.
Here's your eyes, Jamie. Shoot him!
Don't listen to him. Don't shoot. Just.
This scumbag shot your brother, Jamie. Kill him!
Well, it's hardly worth the effort. After all, I wouldn't know which one of you to kill.
We appreciate your predicament, Mr. Baum. We deeply sympathize. Right idea, Mr. Baum.
But wrong pussy.
Doesn't really matter. I mean, Blofeld will just regenerate and be back in the next movie anyways.
Remember our film, Amigos, Amigos, Amigos?
Yes?
Remember what we did in that movie?
Gee, do you think it could work?
It's got to work. It's our only hope.
That was some good drink.
Fastest sowers in the West. Well, that just about does it for this episode. Hey, what do you think you're doing? I'm doing my show here. It's not your show, it's my show.